Hello again. Welcome back to Total War Rome 2. Hadn't played it in a while. Thought I'd give that a try again. I've been playing Total War Warhammer recently, and it's a lot of fun, but I like history and historical battles, so here we are. And it occurred to me, only after I launched the game, that I had never played an Imperator Augustus campaign, so that is what we're going to do. And we are going to play as Successor Kingdoms Egypt. Egypt is one of my more favorite factions in this game to play. They have a wide unit selection available to them. So we're going to give that a try, and I hope to keep this recording or series going in about 30-minute chunks. We'll get this started, and we'll see how well I do with that. I know this game had a lot of bugs when it first released, but they patched it quite a bit, and they've really released a lot of content for it, of which I now own it all. So I'm hoping we'll see how this plays out. I'm hoping we'll have fun. I know some of you would have preferred to have me play one of the Roman factions, but I've played the Roman so many times in this game that I'm looking for something a little different.
You are my son, but I've done all I can to protect you.
The gods smile on you, Octavian. You're a good soldier.
I'm a politician.
We don't need more politicians. It's not more speeches in the Senate that will change the world. Rome is dying.
Why do you think Caesar favored you so?
I was loyal.
No, Octavian. He saw in you the potential to continue his legacy. Not to follow him, but to exceed him.
Antony cannot be trusted. His heart lies in Egypt. We must confront the reality that civil war is inevitable.
And how will bloodshed save the people of Rome?
You are not meant to save them. You are meant to lead them.
All men are troubled when their moment has come.
I am not Caesar. I don't have his strength.
The people loved him, and they will love you.
You can't think like an ordinary man. You must reach beyond mortal ambition and do what has never been done.
To survive, my son, Rome must have a master.
Well, now. And we will see about that master being Egypt.
Egypt's present may be a pale imitation of its past glory, but its future greatness is in your hands. You must restore your ancient holdings in Africa and the East. Your greatest ally in this endeavor will be the Roman general Mark Antony. He will deal with the ever-expansionist Parthians, enabling you to turn and dispatch the troublesome Nasamonis nomads to the west. While Judea and Nabatea remain Antony's protectorates, East Africa and Arabia will be yours for the taking. However, be ever mindful of Lepidus lurking in the west, as once the triumvirate breaks down, he may seek to add Egypt to his African domain. This must not be allowed to happen. Ensure that the champions of Mart are ever victorious.
Okay, so Embark on research first of all. Military. Horse. I think that's how it works. Yeah, there we go. And upgrade Alexandria. I'd like a library here. I like having a good research rate, and the Egyptians start with a 20% bonus to their research, which is handy. We're at -1 food, so let's have a fishing village in the port. Missile infantry damage. Can't get any of these. Weapons practice, horse corral. That's odd. The barracks are over here. Put in an amphitheater for more public order. And Memphis has the... Look at it right nearby. What else shall we build here? A temple, I think. How much money do I have left? Not much. Can I upgrade? And a chariot? Egyptian slingers and Egyptian pikemen. Egyptian pikemen are okay as an early unit. And fortunately I don't see any Egyptian swordsmen here at all. They are just about the worst melee combat unit in the game. What am I going to do? I think I'll just go, attack Nasamones. What about diplomacy? You have to forgive me, it's going to take me a little while to get used to this interface again. Anthony's room, already trading. A client state. Oh, okay. On friendly terms. Trading with Nabatea. I think what I want to do is to control the Nile. I kind of do that now, but I don't control Petra or Jerusalem, both sides. Nasamones will be my first target. And an edict would be good. No, not tax harvesting. Food is a little worrying, so we'll do that for now. Food and public order. Didn't want you up there. Like I said, I'm going to have to get used to the interface again. So west to Nasamones. Build up my...
Our treasuries were over full.
Oh my goodness, they want a peace treaty right away. They're offering a lot of money. But I don't think I'm going to take that. I need territory. What kind of troops do I have? Galatian swordsman. Yes, please. Yeah, Egyptian infantry, terrible. Absolutely terrible. Levy throw spears are okay. Egyptian javelin and slingers. No archers. I prefer archers to slingers and javelinmen. The way the game runs things is javelins have the best damage but the least range, but they are able to use a shield which deflects some incoming missile fire. Slingers have the least damage but the greatest range and also a shield. Archers' damage and range fall in between these two, but they have no shields. That makes them kind of vulnerable. But I still kind of prefer them over most other things. So, 1,200 poofnicks to spend here. I'm going to 2 pikemen to start with. Regular old pikemen. No idea what they have over there. Let's just take a little look-see. They're going to need something built there too. A temple. I imagine they're allied with us. Antony's Rome. Crap. I like to own a whole province if I can. It makes keeping the public order in line much easier. And we're done again. This is going to be the story of my life for the first few turns. Make a few upgrades, buy a couple of units, and then move on. Or end the turn, I should say. I'll get a couple of Galatian swordsmen in there. Oh, I already own that. Okay, so I already own that. Upkeep and recruiting costs. Morale is good. Siege times. I don't do a lot of sieging. Wealth. And for a kiln. Oh, diplomacy would be a good one. Yeah. Diplomats are going to be very important. I got a spy over here. Judea is actually its own nation. Oh, they've got hoplites, light cavalry, and slingers. Don't know what they have up here. Let's take a look. I don't want her to do anything. I just want to take a look at these guys. Camel archers, camel spearmen, levy spearmen. Yeah, I think I can take Petra without too much difficulty. Nabatea. What are my relations with Nabatea? And neutral. And we're trading with them. Yeah. And Nasamona's first, and then I'll worry about who to tick off later. Yeah, 1,600. I have 4 pikemen. That should be reasonably good. Let's get 2 Galatian swordsmen for the flanks. And then some more slingers. And that'll be good for this turn. Cavalry too. I want some cavalry, but trade agreement with Judea. Yeah, we'll do that. Maybe should not have done that because I'm kind of eyeing them for my next conquest. Okay, let's get that army back into that region to keep the public order under control. I'll switch this army to march stance. Move them down that way. What's 0 public order? Okay, so Hellenic culture influence, food, public order, Hellenic influence, public order, Hellenic influence. One of these, wealth. Soviet cultists. That's actually very appealing. Wealth tax harvesting rate. Now, one of these had, or have they changed some things? Wealth, culture, wealth, land units, recruitment cost, culture. Culture, wealth, unit recruitment costs. Ah, there we are. So, oh my goodness. Yeah, that's what I was looking for, the research rate bonus. So 3 public order, 2% research rate bonus, plus 3 Hellenic cultural influence, wealth from culture, bread and games edicts, which I currently have running in this province, and recruitment of Sobek cultists. Yes, please. Sobek cultists, well, I'm going to recruit one anyway. I'll take a look at them. They used to actually cause fear in opponents. They weren't particularly good stat-wise, but the fear effect was noticeable and helpful. Okay, so 272 poofnicks, not much. End the turn. It's one of the great discussions of the classical gamers, classical era gamers, which is better, the Roman legion or the Greek phalanx, Greek style phalanx. Plus 2 public order all provinces, minus 5% corruption, plus 3% tax rate. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Not much in the way of military stuff. My next research will be military. I'll get that plus 5% morale, because that's very handy. So, switch this army out of march stance. Oh, not raiding stance, just regular. Now, they have javelinmen, tribesmen, and archers. I'm going to auto-resolve this. I'm going to auto-resolve a lot of these fights, because I'm just not going to... I'm not interested in fighting every little fight. Let's convert that into an Egyptian village so we can get rid of the public order penalty. So I'll march these guys up into support range. Ooh, okay, I'll upgrade them. Oh, I can't. In case you're wondering what this is there's must be a bronze. Well, I know in Egypt there is. Memphis has an iron workshop, and when you have iron workshops in the province, the units that you recruit get a bonus. In this case, level 1 armor. So I debate the usefulness of bonus armor on units like slingers, but every little bit helps. And we're on to the next turn, I think. Unassigned skill. Okay, yeah. Ptolemy. What am I going to do with you? I'm going to give you commander, warrior, strategist, gravita, seal, authority. No wife, eh? And the Ptolemaic dynasty has 44% control. Can't do anything to this guy. So this is your internal politics screen. It's pretty basic. On the left, they'll show you the different families and how much of the essentially local governing body they control. I'm playing the main character, and my main army is Ptolemy. So the Ptolemaic dynasty here has 44% control of the government. other families have 56% control. I would prefer that these numbers were reversed, but as long as I'm around 50%, I'm not too concerned about it. I have not played a campaign to conclusion in this version of Rome 2. They'd made some major changes to late gameplay with this Emperor's Edition that I think are really good. Will make for a more interesting gaming experience, but I have not seen them, so I don't know that for sure. So in controlling this, I can do a number of different things, like assassinate, bribe, make an arranged marriage, spread rumors. But I don't have the money, I guess, to perform any of these. Generally speaking, assassinate has like, well, you can see there how much it costs and the influence that heads of units cannot be bribed. Okay. In this case, if I were to attempt to assassinate him, if I had the money, it would cost me potential influence in the governing council, which this little bust icon here, that's gravita. That gives you a measure of how influenced this particular individual is, how influential a particular individual is, and you can see this Endios is very influential compared to Ptolemy or either of my other two main characters, or the other two characters in my house. Marriage, I would want to arrange, like, if I had a daughter, I could make an arranged marriage with Endios, and it would increase my position and reduce his position, kind of balance it out a little bit. But I can't do any of that because I don't have enough money, so I'm not going to worry about it. We'll end turn again. Oh, I attacked. Briuki attacked Antony's Rome. Okay. Yes. I don't want to piss off Rome just yet. As you can tell, this is during the Roman Civil War. So there's Antony's Rome and Augustus's Rome, and this out in Spain. His name escapes me. There are 4 Roman factions anyway. And I'll take my army down the road. I'll have to be careful about marching out into the desert, because then that can cause attrition. And in Ammonium, we will build ourselves a temple. You're going to see a lot of that. As I conquer territories, I build a lot of temples. And I don't find these at all useful. I don't have enough money. Crap, again. Gotta get my income up. And end turn again.
We have long admired your powerful armies.
Powerful
Can
army.
you not commit their efforts to attack these people?
Sure, we'll quote attack unquote Parthia. Like, I'm going to march one of my 2 tiny under-equipped armies all the way up there to go fight in your wars. No, I don't think so. Oh, okay, here we go. What have they got? Levy, spearmen, slingers, archers, mercenary Egyptian infantry. Yeah, let's fight this. We'll get one fight in anyway. Well, my general actually has some damage on him. Not much, but... well, they outnumber us, but their troop types are pretty weak. Let's group the pikemen together, group the slingers together, and
General! Pikemen!
Warriors eager for blood!
Slingers!
pretty good range on the slingers, and I'll put my pikemen.
Battle group ready and awaiting orders. Breaking battle group. Pikemen!
What I want,
We await your command.
Melee fighters ready!
that's what I want.
Groups and
The
awaiting orders.
regular pikemen on the ends and the Egyptian, they didn't do it.
We are at your
Oh,
command!
Never mind. I don't think it'll make that much of a difference. Yeah, they are attacking.
Walls assail us, but we can weather their walls and we can triumph. We will not be beaten down or put aside, but we will stand.
Oh, and I'll have to put the pikemen in pike formation. I always like that. That's just cool looking. So they're lightly armored, so my slings will likely do pretty good.
Scrappers ready!
And Galatian swordsmen. I really like these guys. They have no armor, just a shield and a sword, but they're pretty kick butt. Or they used to be anyway. Like I said, it's been a while since I played this. Let's just fast forward this a little bit. Until they get into slinger range.
Slingers!
So let's pick these guys here.
Warriors of Egypt!
These are archers, yeah. They take damage pretty quickly from slingers, from sling shot. Already down 15 casualties after only a couple volleys. Half strength and retreating. These are also archers, so let's attack them next. Moving units tend to take less damage from ranged fire. Only makes sense. And they're down to half strength. And pretty soon they're going to break. They're gone. Generally speaking, pikemen are vulnerable to ranged weapons fire. They have a shield, but it's a small one. So their range defense is not that good. And the AI is embarking on a campaign of silly buggery. Tribal Slingers is not doing so well. They're breaking.
Find your target!
The Galatians are Celts. In this game, Celts do better on the charge. But pikemen do not, for fairly straightforward reasons. Do some damage to the chariots. Chariots I don't find particularly good in this game. I much prefer a good unit of cavalry. Even a bad unit of cavalry. Wow.
The enemy general
Is dead. Not good news. And more tribal slingers. And that's the end of that.
General, as you command.
Well, as you can see here, slingers did quite a bit of damage, and they were engaged a lot longer than the Galatian swordsmen. The Galatian swordsmen are at like 100 kills apiece, and the pikemen varying levels. But that really is the best kind of fight for pikemen, defensive. When I'm on the attack trying to take a city, then using the pikemen well is more difficult. I like to have, as you can kind of get an idea from in that battle, I like having a solid core of pikemen. And then swordsmen on the flanks to turn the edges and
You have further orders?
attack them on the flank when possible. Anyway, that's going to be our first session. I'll probably be recording another one immediately, and I'll be right back.